Welcome to another episode of the TUE Brew Review. This week we are checking out Pentuple, a Belgian Strong Ale, and this is from Hoppin Brewing out of Akron, Ohio. So, Pentuple, I think that was the name of a band. I think they saw them open for Iron Maiden at Monsters of Rock back in the late 80s, maybe, but I could be mistaken. But anyway, the Pentuple actually stands for I guess for number 5. So this follows the guideline of Belgian Strong Ales. So they basically it's a counting game. You've got your Belgian Strong Ales, and you have your Belgian doubles, which are a little bit stronger than your triples, then your quadruples. Well, this I can be honest in saying this is the first time I've ever seen one that has gone so far as to call itself a pentuple. So interested to try this out. I did notice here on the label, as we get kind of right into it, this actually won a gold at the Great American Beer Fest back about 5 years ago. I also noticed on the label that this is, here it is, 15.1% ABV. So if you're going to call yourself a pentuple, you better bring the ABV, and this thing does in spades. I also like the fact that this is a smaller serving here. This is 8.45 fluid ounces. So something that is this potent, you don't need a lot of it. So I'm glad they've got it in a relatively smaller serving size. So let's go ahead and get this guy into the glass. Interesting. So now normally, Belgians are like the doubles, and some of the strong ales are darker, and the Belgian strong ales and the triple, like triple Carmelite, those tend to be lighter in color. This is almost kind of like in between the two. I guess you'd call it a dark strong ale, but it's almost kind of like a tweener. It's not quite as dark as a dark strong ale, but also not blonde. So kind of a reddish, almost pinkish color. I really kind of like the color on it. Oh man, yeah, that's it's like I'm smelling an orchard. You got apples, you got cherry. I mean, it's just like you're walking through a fruit orchard. Also getting the raisins in there, which is very to style, and lots of just cooked sugar, caramel character, and a little bit of baking spice like clove. So massive aromatics, as a Belgian strong ale should have. So cheers. As one would expect, very sweet, cloyingly sweet, sticky sweet, but also getting that fruit explosion is kind of following in the flavor profile. Again, I'm getting apple, I'm getting cherry, I'm getting some pear, even getting a little like a bit of a banana in there as well. Yeah, huge sweetness, maltiness, fruitiness. The caramel's coming in now. Just huge depth of flavors, lots of different layers of flavor. But again, the sweetness of it, and it's a very heavy mouthfeel, almost like a syrupy type of sweetness that as it sits on your palate. So this is very full-bodied, and that sweetness lingers. And now I'm definitely feeling the boozy warmth hitting the back of the palate and kind of going down my throat. You can definitely get the that warming sensation of the alcohol. Also getting a nice little pepperiness of the hops in the back end as well. So again, just tons of flavor, tons of different layers of different flavors going on. This beer, yeah, this is a massive beer, as one would expect. Great sipper though. I think 8.5 ounce can is plenty for this. Love the spice, and I love all the different fruits, especially the dark fruits. Maybe a little bit over the top with like the candy sugar sweetness, but because that kind of almost pushes it into like a dessert wine, like a port or a sherry, like a dessert wine type of thing than beer, but delicious. And I'm actually excited to continue to try this as I think it warms up a little bit. I did pull this out. Actually, I had it aged in my cellar, and I threw it in my fridge to give it a little bit of a chill, maybe around 50 degrees Fahrenheit. But I think it might be a little cold, so I'm excited to have this thing kind of warm up and explore the flavors as I work my way through this. And I'll be working my way through this slowly but surely. So looking forward to exploring this further. Excellent beer to try, great portion size. You see it out in the wild, definitely check it out. Once again, it is Pentuple by the Hoppin Frog Brewing Company. Cheers.